Okay, so I'll do a video because this is getting pretty close to being finished at this point now. Um, let's just see, we'll do a little tour here. All these little torpedo tubes we can move to, like swing them around, point out there. Same with the back one too, they move around. Also, put in a little rear turret here you can turn, and it covers up your on-off switch for power. And then you can just stick that guy back on there, and just kind of covers up the switch more than anything else. It's kind of an ugly turret. I don't really care that much. It's made out of parts of junk I found, so. The bilge pump light sticks out right there, so you know when the bilge pump comes on. Here, I'll pull some stuff apart here so I can show you. Comes apart pretty good. Oh, this is going to be hard with one hand though. Hang on. That lifts up. Let's see if I can do this. I'm doing it. Oh, look at that. I actually did it with one hand. Alright, so that comes off. I've got everything. Everything's painted white, if you've noticed that. That's just to help diffuse some of the inner lights that'll be on, so that the light bounces around in there and you don't see lights coming. Well, the porthole's pretty small. You're not going to see light specifically coming through the porthole. But anyway, the white helps just diffuse the light inside there, so that you get even dispersal of the light. This is for the lights. This is just a little DC, it's got an on-off switch on it too. DC to DC step down, step up, whatever, converter. And it's just held in there actually with, if I can get that out, two little wooden posts right there, little spikes. It just kind of slips down into the holes for those like that. It stays in there. There's no wires going to it yet, because that's kind of the last thing I have to do at this point, is just wire the LED lights into that little voltage board. And everything's good to go. The gun is completely finished. Got some BBs in there, you can hear them rolling around. Solenoid at the front. It's a transmitter for the first person view. Shaved the regulator down to save some weight. That took a long time, believe it or not. That's aluminum. Canister in there. Fill your BBs there. Plug for the electrical stuffs. But yeah, so that's her. It's just about done now. Floated in the water. It's super stable, like super. You can't even try to tip it over. A little low in the water, but it's not over the porthole, so that's good. It's actually just under the rear portholes and just underneath. Sits right underneath that output tube. Oh, that's the output tube, by the way, for the bilge system. That bigger looking porthole, kind of, that has got some really poorly done bodywork around it. That's if you look in here, that's hooked. That pipe goes over to your little bilge pump, and then that bilge pump's pickup pipe goes all the way over to here, where that little tube is, right there. And those two wires to the other side of the tube are the sensors to tell it when to turn the pump on and let it know that there's water by the pickup. So yeah, anyway, that's all the fixings on. So just the LED lights, the receiver, which will, all the wires for the receiver, as you can see, are all kind of stacked up in there, because that's where the receiver will go. Or over here if I have to, if it doesn't jam in there, if it's too fat, then I have lots of space over here to stick it. I'll just have to get some 6-inch extensions, which I'd rather not put the thing up there. I'm trying to keep the weight down on this, and every little bit counts. I've even reduced the wiring, and like I said, I spent 6 hours shaving that manifold there, that regulator down, just to shave probably 12 grams. Doesn't seem worth it, but it does all add up at the end. if you're trying to settle for a good water line. Especially a little boat. I mean, it doesn't take much to strip weight out of it. It's one thing that actually brings water line up by a millimeter, so... yeah, and there's your little tube hooks for your smoke maker there. That comes in. If you want to just take that off, just God, I can't see. Just pulls off. It's just a tube, and then you can take the whole deck, kind of up and out of the way if you want, and then you just got the hull. Yeah. So anyway, it's coming pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it's working so far. Did a couple tests on the gun. Works pretty good. I haven't turned the pressure up on it yet, so that'll be a... I'll do that later when the electronics are all hooked up completely, so I don't have to like jury wig wires in there to fire the solenoid, which I have to do right now to fire it. So anyhow, yeah. So this is how it's been going. Pretty good. Almost done, and hopefully we'll be able to show you some bathtub trial tests once the rest of the stuffs are in. All right. Have a good one.